Hello there, you're listening to the Box Office Show. I'm Ryan Hill.
And I'm Dylan Johnson. Today we're going to talk about the box office numbers from last weekend and our box office predictions for this upcoming weekend.
We'll also be talking about two of the summer's biggest blockbusters, F1, the movie, and Jurassic World, Rebirth.
Let's go ahead and jump into the box office breakdown for the weekend of July 4th to July 6th. Coming in first place, taking a big bite out of the box office, Jurassic World Rebirth, with $92 million domestically in the 3-day and $147 million in that holiday 5-day weekend, bringing its worldwide total to over $322 million. Ryan, this is a movie that's on your roster.
Oh yes.
How does that strike you?
Very good. That means it certainly is going to do what I was hoping it to do, get up in that 800 mil range at least. And then we'll see how things go. Again, those Jurassic Worlds are always a powerhouse overseas. So it did pretty well here domestically, even though it's lower than Dominion. And then it's doing well overseas. So it probably won't crack $1 billion. We'll see. Again, there's a lot of other big summer movies coming out, but it'll be in that 800, 900 mil range. So I'm thrilled. People
seems like we're getting a Jurassic Universe trilogy pretty soon too.
They love their dinosaurs. And yeah, we'll talk about that because now those would make $1 billion, especially if they made our versions. But I digress. F1, the movie, 25. Exactly. Yeah, that would James Cameron get out of the way. We would have the newest, highest-grossing movie of all time.
Yeah.
Anyway, F1, the movie, made $25 million, so it's now crossed $100 million domestic.
Finally. After that was How to Train Your Dragon with $11.2 million.
Elio, $5.7 million.
28 years later, $4.5 million.
Megan 2.0, $3.9 million.
Lilo and Stitch, $3.9 million as well.
Mission Impossible Final Reckoning with $2.7 million.
Materialists with $1.3 million.
And this is Spinal Tap for its 41st anniversary. It came back in theaters and made just under $1 million.
Hell yeah.
All right. The box office predictions for July 12th to the 14th. Back-to-back roster picks going up here. My selection, Superman, is going to be hitting the big screens. Obviously, one of the most important films for Warner Brothers and DC. A lot hinging on this movie. What do we think it'll get in its opening weekend? The predictions have been crazy. Like the range I have seen somewhere was like 90 million to 170 million. That's like a couple different prognosticators having their merged predictions, but like that's how crazy the range was. People had no idea what this was going to get. But we now know some of the reviews. It is good. It's well received. It has like an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it shouldn't be an issue of quality of the movie itself necessarily, but whether or not people want to give it a chance based on all the, shortcomings of DC films in the past. Mm-hmm. So we shall see what ultimately happens. I think obviously it'll get over 100 million. I'm hoping 120 million opening weekend. I think that would be a nice start.
Seems very doable. I think it's going to be in that range, unfortunately for me.
You said fortunately?
Unfortunately for me.
Oh, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah.
Very much unfortunately. You're knocking it out of the park here, 2 in a row. I'm just really hoping that Superman is enough of a hit that it tanks the performance of Jurassic World. It's the only hope I have. At least hopefully domestically. Not. I think internationally, Jurassic World will take it over Superman.
Yeah, internationally for sure. I think Rebirth is going to continue to be a juggernaut, but yeah, we'll see domestically. I think they can coexist. Soups and dinos, they can coexist. But we will definitely see how that shakes things up for the box office draft next week. But let's dive into our main topics. We got 2 movies to discuss. The first, F1, the movie, directed by Top Gun Maverick's Joseph Kosinski, led by Brad Pitt. This film cost like 250 million to make, something like that. But I'm sure they got all sorts of promos with, F1 itself, and then all the car makers, manufacturers, like Red Bull and everything. So we'll see whether or not they make their money back. But regardless, they invested a whole lot into this film to put you right into the action of an F1 race. Dylan, your initial impressions, how did it work for you?
Uh, I thought the story was very basic, very formulaic. I
Mm-hmm.
thought the characters were fitting into that formula, and I thought it was pretty predictable. So the story itself was not something that was really pushing me along. Kind of, I thought the scenes outside of the racing were very like a little bit dull, a little bit lifeless.
Mm.
But those racing scenes, man, oh my god, I liked it. I thought it was thrilling. I thought it was shot incredibly well. It was incredibly easy to follow what was happening, which is impressive because I mean it's F1 and they're putting you in the driver's seat there with where the cameras are going. I think the way that it's shot is impeccable. I don't know how they attach cameras to those cars. I don't know where the CGI is because there has to be CGI in there, of course. I don't know where it
Mm.
is. I can't see it at all. It just looks practical, the whole thing, which is fantastic. And the stakes are real, and I think it's cool. I liked it.
There we go. Yeah, I also liked it. Again, going into this film, I was rooting for it. I am one of the biggest Top Gun Maverick fans out there. So I was like, definitely Kaczynski at the helm of this will be able to bring over everything he learned and perfected, honestly, with Top Gun Maverick into
Mhm.
this film. And he certainly does. As you said, those racing scenes, they're so awesome. They're
Oh yeah.
incredible. So yeah, like putting you right in the action and everything. And then a lot of the races as well. One element that I loved that I thought was pretty smart from like a screenwriting perspective, as you said, everything was kind of formulaic with the overall plot and just the basic like character beats that we get. But one thing that was smart, if they're trying to bring in a general audience who, like, I don't know how well versed you are with F1, but I'm not that well
Not at
versed.
all. Not at
So
all.
they have to sort of explain as they're going in the races. So they have the commentators like giving the breakdown basically of what a character is doing and why that is
Mhm.
significant. So when we see Sonny Hayes doing some of these things, like almost purposely getting himself disqualified and like Loki taking out some other cars as well, but it's still like not actually disqualifying him. And he's not going to get like a fine or penalty or anything like that. Like it's just bumping just so that it like influences the race but doesn't get him kicked out. We like hear that stuff and then we're able to see it play out, and so that way they're able to make all the like overtakes that they do and all the ways that our team, Brad Pitt, and then the rookie, the character's name's JP, I think, something like that. So
Mhm.
that we get to see them advancing like pretty rapidly because again they're like the bottom of all the racers and then they need to win a race. So it's like how are they going to climb up the ranks basically? And so we get to see that. So instead of it getting all technical with just how they're able to improve their driving times just by the skill of racing, we're able to see it in a more accessible, digestible way for the general audience to understand. So I thought that was pretty smart. Um, and those were enjoyable. Like just seeing all the little things they come up with to push the limit, basically find the loopholes that they can sort of exploit in the rule book, so that they're able to get like better positions and all that.
Mhm.
That was pretty fun as well. So I
Yeah.
like that. Um, I like all their little meetings beforehand when they're coming up with the plans and like, all right, here's what we'll do. Here's when we'll change out the tires.
Yeah. Plan A, plan
Um,
B, plan C.
and then Sunny Hayes is like, yeah, let's come with this random plan C that's crazy, but then it works, and they're like, all right, now they start paying attention to that, and um, yeah, just get out of the box with their strategies. So I thought that was cool, and also the element of like strategy in an F1 race. Like you have teammates, there's certain pit stops you have to do, and so seeing the strategy that goes into how they try and win the race,
Mhm.
I thought that
Yeah.
was also pretty cool.
There's more than just driving fast. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which makes it more exciting than like I mean, I guess NASCAR is the same thing. You know, they have teammates, they have pit stops that they can make. But I think because F1 is down to like the millisecond in terms of winning, you could just
Hmm.
be like half a second faster than the other person. I think it's more impressive. Like the amount of time it takes to do a pit stop matters significantly. Like they do a pit stop in 9 seconds, and it's extremely way too long. Like it's
Yeah.
killing them that it was 9 seconds. The stakes are so high because of that. And then every time
100%.
they break the car, oh my god, the millions of dollars it takes. Like the fact that they have like replacement pieces and like how expensive those replacement pieces are.
Yeah.
Like F1 is such an is probably the most expensive sport in the world. Certainly the most expensive racing sport. Oh my god, the amount of like effort and they put into the research into testing the aerodynamics of the car
Hmm.
and the like the R&D, the fact that the little meeting room that they have at each of the races is like if you look at it from the outside, it's a giant trailer that they bring with them everywhere. That is pretty much like an office. I
Yeah.
mean, it's insane. It's insane how much money goes into this sport and how much money went into this movie to show off this sport. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, again, they were filming at real F1 races.
Hmm.
You could see there's, a bunch of real F1 racers that were in there.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I thought they went the extra mile with making it feel very real. So, yeah, I wonder how like committed F1 fans feel about it though.
Yeah,
If they're
I'm
like,
curious.
some of the stuff was stupid or nonsense. But yeah, as an outsider, I
But
was
that's as
like,
Ryan.
it's
Ryan
really
would
cool.
know.
Who does?
Ryan.
Goff?
Yeah, he
Oh,
knows.
okay.
He watches F1 quite a bit. I think he would. I don't know if he's seen the movie yet, but he would certainly have like opinions about it.
Interesting. We'll have to check in with that then.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll start talking more about the stuff and go into all sorts of spoilers. But as you said, it's pretty predictable. I mean, you know what's going to happen, really,
Yeah.
no matter what with this film. But what was your theatrical experience like, though? Did you catch it in IMAX or no?
No, I didn't, which
Oof.
was unfortunate. But it still was electric on like the basic standard screen. So that says a lot. If you can get me like fully engaged like that on just the standard screen, I can't even imagine what the IMAX experience is like, or like the Dolby Theater experience is like.
Hmm. So yeah, I saw it in IMAX with my pops. This is definitely a dad movie,
Okay.
um, and it was great. It was fantastic. So yeah, this is another one just like Top Gun Maverick, where it's like if I could have my own custom 40X that goes even harder and like thrashing me around with whatever's going on in the movie, it would be the ultimate blast. It would be
Mhm.
fantastic. But yeah, as far as non-racing stuff, you said some of those scenes were kind of dull.
A
I
little bit.
thought like I liked Javier Bardem in this. I liked Carrie Condon in this,
I love Carrie
particularly.
Condon.
Yeah,
She's
she's
fantastic in
she's
this.
fantastic. Um,
She's just incredible in everything. I love her.
I'm curious of what the next movie Joseph Kaczynski's going to do and what love interest he's going to select because he's firing on all cylinders
Yeah,
with
Jennifer
with
Connelly.
Maverick. He did great with Jennifer Connelly, and then this with Carrie Condon, and then I don't know. We'll see who he
He
gets
just
in
knows how to
next.
make us fall in love, man.
He really does just very quickly and have like
And
yeah,
then
let's put this
what is it?
romantic subplot in
Tron,
here.
Tron too, with is it Olivia Wilde?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, she's great in that.
So
Yeah.
so yeah, great castings there. But I did really like the bar scene, like that initial scene where they're out chatting. And he's talking about Javier Bardem, and he's like he's great. And then
Mhm.
she reveals that he was asking about whether or not she was married. And he flips it. And he's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, he's the worst guy ever. Schmuck. Can't be trusted."
Yeah,
I
I
thought
think
that
it's
whole bit
boring a
was
lot of
very
times.
charming.
I don't think Brad Pitt like blows my mind in any of the scenes, like acting wise, but he's just fucking charismatic, man.
He so is, yeah.
He just has such a charm to him that I can't imagine anyone else playing. I mean, I guess I could imagine other people playing the character, but they have to put a lot of work in to be as effortlessly charming as Brad Pitt.
Yeah. So that scene was probably the epitome of that. I thought like it was just him chatting and everything, but still like very charismatic and magnetic. And their banter back and forth, I really enjoyed. Later on, though, like again, it's sort of the same in Taka Maverick. I liked it better in that one, honestly, but in this one, it's fine. It's nothing crazy. I could take it or leave it, but I just love Carrie Condon, so I love that she's there
Oh
and
yeah,
part of it. But yeah, it's not like the greatest on-screen romance we've ever seen.
sure.
Um, and then, what do you think about the dynamic with the teammate, his rookie partner,
That
younger, always on
that
social
is
media,
that is something we've seen just over and over again. You know, the rookie who's so caught up with
arrogant?
attention and just
Yeah,
arrogant, but then the old timer who's also arrogant because he thinks he knows everything, and then they have to work together. It's just so cliche.
yeah.
It's very much overdone, which I think that was the point. I think they were like trying to come up with the easiest script possible to carry a story forward so that they could just do scenes where they film F1 cars.
Hmm.
I don't think they were trying to make like a really complicated story. I think they were like, let's get the easiest, simplest story out of the way so that there's at least some kind of stakes involved, and then let's get some really awesome car races in here, which I think works fine.
for sure. But yeah, so what do you think of the big crash? Because again, it's a racing movie. There's always going to be a big old crash somewhere in
Mm.
the film.
Joshua Pierce's crash or the crash in the past with Brad Pitt?
Joshua Pierce's crash.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was well done.
That was very well done. It always kills me when people like when something like that happens and the sound drops away, so then you can just hear everyone going like oh no, like there's so much just chatter from people in the audience when that happens. But
Dude, I thought that motherfucker was dead. The whole car was on fire.
yeah, well, you see real F1 races, crashes like that happen all the time. I have no idea how these people survive like that because there's crashes. This is like NASCAR too. Like there's always crashes, and these people are going like 200 plus miles an hour. It's like, how are they surviving this? But again, that's just
They
a
have put
testament
like
to how they build the
insane
cars.
safety regulations. Like they've had to add the bars that go over their heads so that if it like the roll bars in case it does flip, those didn't used to be a thing. It used to be like in if you look at the car that Brad Pitt drives in the past, there's no roll bars over his head, so they used to just crash their head into the ground and die. And then they had to add them to keep them from dying, and then that fucked up with the aerodynamics. Like if they didn't have those roll bars, the car would go faster. It would be lighter, and there would be less in the way, aerodynamically speaking.
Yeah,
but they have to put them there. Otherwise, they just die. The second the car flips, they're dead. Their head just crashes in the ground.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's definitely important that they have all those safety measures in place and they work because again, there's not too many deaths that happen compared to the crashes that do happen constantly. And you see that too. Like those cars will catch on fire and they'll just get out and like jump over the barrier and be fine. And it's like that's crazy. But
dude, that'd be a crazy twist in the story
if he had died.
Joshua Pierce dies.
Yeah, that'd be intense. It'd definitely make it less, I don't know, just like a fun, entertaining blockbuster.
Yeah, no, it'd be really sad.
To reckon with that. Yeah. So glad that didn't happen. And then he's just out for a little bit and has to, recondition himself, then get back into it. So yeah, I thought that was cool. But there's been, Gran Turismo, again, ultimately wasn't a great movie, but a really good crash scene in there. Although that's kind of like based on a real life event, so it's kind of sad ultimately of what did happen in there. Ferrari, the movie, has an insane crash scene.
Insane crash scene.
So I don't know, but
also based on a real crash.
Very true. But people, they go in on the crash scene. They're like, we know this is one of the big set piece moments.
It's why people go to the NASCAR races and they wait so long is they want to see cars crash.
I don't know about that because
they love it. They don't want people to get hurt, but they want to see the cars crash.
Well, yeah, it's always compelling to see the crash happen as long as it's not, again, like an intense crash. But it always does when there's, 10, 20 car like pileup thing. As long as, again,
as long as nobody gets hurt, minimal, it's awesome to see.
Because it shakes things up. You get to see all the smoke and everything go everywhere. Yeah. So, yeah, it's definitely interesting. Like, it shakes up the race. But, as long as it's nothing too severe.
Otherwise, what would be the point of watching NASCAR the entire time? 200 laps going left the whole time? There's nothing racing. What do you mean? There's nothing thrilling about NASCAR.
What about F1?
They're going really fast, and I think it takes significantly less time to watch an F1 race.
I don't know about that. We can look it up and see based on certain races, but I think they have different things. But yeah, NASCAR, it's just generally the one loop, although there are different tracks. I'm thinking of Daytona. F1, there's a lot more of the turns and everything, and they got to do those sharp turns.
Average F1 race lasts about 90 minutes. Average NASCAR race lasts 3 to 4 hours. It's a significant time difference.
Dang.
That's your afternoon, man. To drive there, to get a seat, to get like food, to sit down, and then sit there for 4 hours.
That's the same as that's all American sports are 3 hours minimum.
Yeah, but they're like doing different things. In the racing one, it's just laps and laps and laps.
Yeah, but again, there's always a different presence. When you're there in person, it's so loud. You can feel it. Like every time the cars come by you, you like feel it at you.
4 hours,
you're way up in the stands.
I think golf is more fun to watch than that. And golf,
that's crazy. That is insane. No way.
I don't think it's crazy. I would rather go watch a 4-hour golf match than watch a 4-hour NASCAR.
Completely wrong. And let me ask you this: would you rather watch a NASCAR movie or a golf movie?
Oh, a NASCAR movie, 100%. Oh, exactly. That's because that NASCAR movie is 90 minutes and there's a plot. They put stakes in there that I care about.
How long is golf?
If you gave me
How long is golf
Golf is
usually? Like when you're
long.
watching a golf thing, when PGA
If
Tour or
if
whatever
you're
comes on.
following one player and you're watching like 18 holes, because they'll if they're playing a Masters game, they have little people playing holes throughout the whole thing. It'll be like a whole day thing. But if you go
Mm,
in person and you just watch like one, if you're there for to see like the whole thing, you're there all day. It's like start like sunrise to sunset kind of like whole thing. You
I
get to
see.
watch the people play the whole game. But if you're watching like one player and you're just watching him do the 18 holes, it'll take like 3-4 hours, like a NASCAR race, maybe 5.
Uh-huh. And most of that time is this mofo standing around or walking to the
Oh
next hole, like
yeah,
getting driven in a golf cart or
it's
something.
boring. It's absolutely boring.
There's no way it's more exciting than NASCAR to you.
When they shoot like a really good shot, it is exciting. Everybody cheers. It's boring. Don't get me wrong. I'm not
And we're
saying it's
talking
not
like on
boring.
TV or in person, because I'm telling you, we should go to a NASCAR race in person. And when you feel the cars like rushing by you and
You
everything,
can feel it.
come on, man. Yeah. So you would
No,
definitely find that more exciting.
I think
It just
certainly
pumps
on
up your
TV,
blood.
I'd rather watch golf than NASCAR. Certainly
Mm.
on TV. In person, you might have an argument, but I still think golf is more exciting in person than on TV, which is saying a lot because golf is really boring.
Which is saying a lot that you're wrong. Yes, I agree. We'll test it out. Okay, maybe we'll go
Yeah,
watch
you and I
a
can go
golf
watch
tournament.
like a
We'll
yeah.
watch Daytona 500, and
You
we'll
can
see.
watch me play 18 holes, and then I'll watch you drive 200 laps.
Okay, that would be, I think, more exciting for you than me in the NASCAR trying not to crash 200 miles an hour.
Dude, that'd be so sick. I would actually sit there the whole 4 hours and watch you just do laps alone on the track and do pit
Um,
stops.
that would be crazy.
The
That'd be
full
fun.
pit crew.
Who's my crew? Who's my team
Mason.
doing?
It's just Mason. Mason with a drill and just a couple tires. You pull over. I don't know what to do.
All right, let's get back into the movie itself. Okay, so the crash scene, very well done.
Yeah, it's cool.
And then again, I think the way they hype up a lot of the races going into it was solid. I will say some of the negatives, which you sort of touched on. Again, there's like they have stakes in there, but you know what's going to happen. You know how things are going to shake out.
They're gonna win.
Um,
They win the big thing. I mean, it is my big problem with sports movies in general is that there's two outcomes: they win or they don't win, and they're both cliches now.
yeah, but those are again, as I've said before, like those are the outcomes in any real sporting event.
This is true. Yeah.
So it's their job to make us like really care about the nature of the win, and they do a smart job here because it's not like they're going to win the F1 season. They're just trying to win one race to like stay alive as a company. So Javier Bardem doesn't, get like lose all his
Yeah.
investment into this racing company. So
hmm
they're like, we just need to win one race, one single race. And then the other way they try and like make it more significant, that final lap is Sonny Hayes flying, as he says, where he's like, oh, I'm just chasing this feeling of being on the track. And then, everything fades away, it goes silent and all that. And so he gets that in the final lap, which I think is cool, I guess. But he's been racing for a long, long, long time. So it's not like he lost the love of racing. Like he's been fine with that. So I don't know why that was like the character climax that we got there, because by that point we knew he was winning the race. So that was no longer a moment. So it's just the final lap of him enjoying that one final like lap and enjoying the feeling of flying and everything. But
It's
it's
because
like,
he knows he's at that point he will never race F1 again. Which I mean, he never thought he would in the first place, but he like got put back in the driver's seat. He was able to do it. He got pretty good at it, and he realized that like he spent this whole time avoiding it when he could have been something great anyway, like the last 30 years. And he's like just like enjoying that last lap, saying goodbye to F1 forever because he can't race again. It'll kill him. Like his vision's going. This is like not the kind of racing he can ever do again. He's
but he keeps
too old.
racing. He keeps going out there. Anyhow, he goes to Baja and
Yeah,
does
I
that,
think
which
the stakes
obviously
are just significantly lower.
these are
There's danger.
probably not as dangerous as F1.
F1
But even
at
the
peak
race he was doing in the beginning, which was not NASCAR but similar,
Yeah.
was like also still like a level of intensity and danger that
Yeah.
would threaten
About
him.
that,
But
in
he's
that first
still going to
race,
do it.
he's driving around and he's intentionally trying to bang into cars, which he does throughout the rest of the movie, of course. But
Yeah.
like, I'm pretty sure you cannot do that anymore. I'm pretty sure they would
Dangerous driver.
take you
Yeah, you
out.
can't
Yeah.
be like intentionally trying to do all that. So
But I think it's just so obvious that he's intentionally doing it. And then the other guy intentionally starts doing it back. They start banging into each other. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, you guys need to come off the track because you're
Well, they
reckless.
will do that sometimes. They'll try and like trade receipts basically. If he gets knocked around later in that same race or in later races, they'll come back and try and
They do
give
that
him
in
something.
real races.
Yeah, like
That seems
even
stupid.
in F1 stuff, like they get beef if they get crashed out by someone because then you lose that whole race. Like you're
Yeah,
screwed
yeah, yeah, of course.
because most of the time your car gets completely wrecked. So then the next time, it's not like they're gonna ram into the car, but they'll just do more like dangerous overtakes and
Aggressive
things like
driving.
that. And then if they're like, oh, if we both got crashed out, or oh, if I accidentally quote accidentally made him crash out by trying to overtake him, then it's like, whatever, he got it back. What he did to me.
That's crazy.
Um, but yeah, I thought uh, I don't know. I was just like that isn't very compelling. Also, what change did he have really? Because it's not like he was like heavily not believing in himself. Again, he comes in and then immediately like takes charge, starts shaping the rookie up. Like the whole team sort of morphs the way they do the strategy meetings. They're all running the track in the morning, just like Sonny Hayes. Like he has a massive influence on the team, which is cool to see. Like the change he imparts to them, but how does he change throughout? I don't really know that there was like anything
Yeah.
significant to root for, other than just like we know he really wants this. We want him and Javier Bardem to like be successful, and so we're rooting for that, obviously. But it's not like there's anything beyond that. I think
I wish there was
to
more to
make
his
that final
character.
race like
Yeah.
really critical. You wish what?
I wish there was more to his character. Yeah. I wish there was more about his intentions, about his goals. Because, like, he comes in to help Javier Bardem, and ultimately he does that. But what are his goals? What are his personal goals? Because in the beginning, he's like pushing Joshua Pierce out of the way. He's saying, I'm racing to race. Like, this isn't about a team thing. If you want to get past me, get past me. You know, like he's arrogant and stuff. And then by the end of it, he's like a full team player. He's trying to get Joshua Pierce to win. He doesn't care about winning. He just wants the team to win for Javier Bardem. So, like, what is his personal goal there at the end there? Like, what is that feeling for him? He just didn't think he was
Mhm.
going to win, and then all of a sudden now he is because Joshua Pierce wrecked out on accident.
Yeah, because yeah, they fully were working together as a team, which is cool. Like that worked out really well. But I thought there was like a missed opportunity in the screenwriting when Javier Bardem kicks him out because he sees that he's got all this baggage and he's like very prone to injury from what happened that first injury. So he's like, dude, this is not safe. Like you can't be out there. If you get a crash, like you'll be wrecked and possibly dead. And then Brad Pitt just shows up to the next race and it's like, I'm here, put me in. Harvey Birdman's like, no. And then Brad Pitt's just like, come on, put me in. And just looks at him, and then Harvey Birdman's like, okay, I'm convinced, we'll put you in. It's like,
Come
why
on.
didn't they have Joshua Pierce advocate for him and be like, no, like I've seen the influence he's had on the team. Like this, we believe in this guy. He believes in us. We can do it together.
Mm.
Like, please put him in. Like, let's take this chance. Because he was standing there, like they were all staying there, and none of them did it. It was just Brad Pitt leaning on a wall, looking
Come
out for Great Dam,
on.
being like, "Come on!"
You get to
And
know those pretty
he's
blues.
like, "All
Come
right,
on.
fine." I'm like, like that would have been a nice way to show,
Yeah.
which they already showed because he started doing the racing thing with the team, Joshua Pierce. But that'd been a nice way to show him, and in front of Brad Pitt too. Like, no, I do believe in this team. Like, I do appreciate what he's come in and done, but whatever, it was all right. I also
And how
thought,
long are those F1 tracks that they're running? And they're doing multiple laps on there. Like,
I know
they're
that's
running
easy.
half marathons out
That's
here. Jesus
crazy.
Christ.
Very intense.
The whole team wants to go for a run. Come on, man. Get real.
Yeah, all those engineers in there and everything, they're like, yeah,
They
let's go
want to
run.
go for a
I'm
half-mile
excited for
run
a
before the
run.
race.
um, but yeah, I mean, probably way more than, yeah, do they do a full track? Because that would have
Uh,
to be
Multiple tracks because in the scene where he's
miles.
running with just the two people, he's like, what do you guys say? One more? And they're like, yeah, come on. Like
Hmm.
one more lap? Are you crazy? How long is that? How long is the lap? It's got to be like over a mile.
I would imagine more, right?
Yeah, it's got to be a
I mean,
couple miles.
they go
Or because
so
they
fast,
go,
it has to be
yeah.
multiple miles.
To do like 200 miles an hour, like between 100 and 200 miles an hour for 90 seconds per lap.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's ridiculous. But anyway, and then the final race, I thought I don't know, just the hype going into it was a little bit lacking for me. Like, I felt like
Yeah.
some of the earlier races when they were doing, the starting and they have the national anthem of where they are and all the cars are revving up in the beginning.
Hmm.
I feel like we could have hyped up that one a little bit
I would
more for
agree.
the
Yeah.
final race, but
It
um,
got there though. Like
it
once
did.
the
Yeah,
once
by
it
the
got
end,
going, I was getting excited again. But it didn't feel like it was their final race when they were in it.
exactly. Yeah.
The Vegas one felt like the final race. That one was hype. When he was
Mhm.
angry and he was about to like just like drill through. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was really cool. All right, so how many hard tires out of 5?
I think I'm gonna give it 3.5.
I give it 3.5 as well. Very solid, entertaining summer movie.
I think it's a high 3.5. Like I was debating about giving it a 4 because I really found the racing scenes to be incredibly well done and very entertaining. But I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I just can't. I can't condone some of the simplicities of the script at a certain point.
Gotcha.
Because I mean, think about it. Like Moneyball is another Brad Pitt sports movie that has a similar premise of a team that is on the outs and he has to do something to save it, and it's just so intriguing and fascinating. We get to see his dynamics in the background. We see like him with his family. It is
Yeah,
so much more interesting, and
you
there's significantly
love
less going on.
Moneyball.
Yeah, there's like no races. We barely see any of the games themselves. Like there's significantly less happening, and yet I think it's a like vastly more interesting film.
Hmm.
I do
Yeah,
love Moneyball. That's a 5 out of 5, man. It's one
yeah,
of my
it's like
favorites.
in your top
It's in my
50 or
top
something like
50.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so fucking good.
All right, let's talk
There's
about
good
Jurassic
teams,
World.
and then there's bad teams, and there's 50 feet of crap, and then there's us.
There's us, dude. Just the way Brad Pitt says "us"
And
is
there's
incredible,
us.
and Inglorious Bastards as well. Every time he does that,
Oh, dude, his accent
us.
in Glorious Bastards is so good. I need 100 Nazi scalps from every single one of you.
Arrivederci. All right, let's go into Jurassic World Rebirth. Potentially another 5-star film, top 50 all time. Dylan,
Disappointed.
disappointed.
Disappointed. I was
Well,
really looking forward
first,
to it.
let's just get this out of the way. Is it better than Jurassic Universe, especially our versions of Jurassic Universe?
No, no,
Exactly. That's all you need to
no.
know. All right, how many dino eggs out of 5?
it is. It is better than the last 2 Jurassic World movies, though.
Agreed. I
Certainly
do
so.
agree with that.
I don't know if it's better than the first Jurassic World. I have to rewatch it to really kind of tell. I think that
I
one just
don't
has a
think
lot
so.
of
You
charm.
gave that like a 4, I think.
I liked it. I mean,
You
it
really
has
liked it.
nostalgia for me because it came out when I was young. It came out when I was like 14 or 15,
Yeah.
right?
But I think that one, like, it works. Like, it makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
they would reopen the park, it'd be even bigger, and then we'd see, again, all the mayhem that happens there. Like,
Yeah.
it was a logical
There was a lot of good
next step.
nostalgia built in as opposed to like faking nostalgia that the other ones do or that
Yeah,
like
because the way
Jurassic Park 3
they
tries to
had the
do.
T-Rex come in was good, and then they just did that every single time after that, and
Yeah.
so every other movie lost its impact when they did it, but it worked really well in Jurassic World. So yeah, I think that's a very, very solid blockbuster.
Bryce Dallas Howard running in those damn heels. Very impressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
a lot
this
of
one,
ruthless kills in that too.
yeah, this one I was looking forward to because I thought the trailers looked good. It's Gareth Edwards, who is a
Mm-hmm.
fantastic filmmaker, who is known for having incredible CGI in his films. And I think, without getting too much into spoilers, I think the special effects looked good. I think there were some really good shots in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think the story is very, very weak, and it's something that we have absolutely seen before many times in this series. It's nothing original,
Yes.
which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, just to give context, because part of the reason why, the script is just very basic and a lot of nonsensical stuff in there and just sort of hand waved away. I had listened like sometime, I think earlier this year, I listened to our 2024 box office draft, which takes place in January, right?
Yeah.
For the news section, we had announced that there wasn't yet a director for Jurassic World Rebirth.
Oh, wow.
It was either that or we had announced like Gareth Edwards was attached. So that means like the turnaround on this film is so quick. Like they announced it, they got everything together, they shot it, and then put it out here
In a year
within
and a half.
like a year and a half. Like that's
quick work for CGI artists.
insane.
Yeah.
Like that is crazy. And yeah, with the CGI in particular, it does look really good. We'll talk about. There's one particular scene that I thought was not good at all, and the CGI was atrocious in that. but for the most part, like that was really well done. And then yeah, like this is shot really well. Like it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
So that I think is a big plus for it. I will say this because I'd seen the reviews and everything coming out, and people were like, "Oh, it's not good. It sucks. It's like the same old thing." Um, so I think that lowered my expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I was entertained.
It's
I
not
think
that
it's a
bad.
stupid movie. I think it's
It's
dumb,
yeah,
but I was entertained. I enjoyed particularly all those dino sequences. Like I was like, I'm happy watching this. They just
yeah,
ping pong back and forth between like the two character groups, and they
yeah,
have a
yeah.
dino encounter. Then we go to the other one. They have a dino encounter.
I think the plot structure isn't bad. I think the
Yeah,
idea it's like it's combining the Lost World and Jurassic Park 3 is what they're doing. They have like the one group that is the Lost World group who is like trying to return to the island to steal some kind of medical value from the dinosaurs that are left there. That's like ripped from the plot of the Lost World. And then Jurassic Park 3 is like a family is lost and they're trying to like return the family because they got lost on the island. It's essentially what the second group is doing. So they're like, taking
yeah,
the two plots and kind of Frankensteining them together. And in general, I don't think it's a bad idea. I think it's unoriginal, which kind of sucks. But bouncing between the two kind of makes it a little more dynamic and a little more interesting, especially because neither of them, I think, had enough in the original movies to really be a full plot. I think they were kind of both a little bit weaker. So marrying them together might have been a good idea. But the characters are just so. I just don't care about the characters whatsoever. The dialogue is a little bit cheap and campy.
terrible.
And I was entertained with the dinosaur scenes, but I did not feel. Maybe it's because did you see this in IMAX?
No.
I did not see. I saw it in standard, and I don't know. I think the music was kind of weak. I think it wasn't making
Mm,
me excited. I think I think it was shot like the action scenes were shot well. I'm specifically thinking of that initial like we're gonna get into spoilers now. The initial like Mosasaurus fight where they're like on the ship trying to hunt it down and shoot it with the gun.
yep.
I mean, it's obviously like a rip on Jaws,
Jaws.
100%, which is fine. Like, I think that's fine to reference that. Steven Spielberg made Jurassic Park. I think it's a cute thing to do.
Hmm.
I just was not excited whatsoever. When you watch Jaws, it is like, it is so thrilling. It is such an exciting sequence. They're about to get the shark. They've been waiting for this the whole time. And in
Yep.
this one, I don't know. I don't know if it was the editing. I don't know if it was the music, but I didn't feel like even close to the edge of my seat whatsoever for most of the film until the end. I think the end is when I really got to the edge of my seat.
Mm,
I don't know. I think
interesting.
it just wasn't as exciting as I think it could have been.
I agree with that for the like Mosasaurus part, especially because like halfway through that set piece, they just start jumping off the boat, or people just start leaving the boat, and I'm like, are they now suddenly safe? Like there was all those little Spinosaurus
Mhm.
creatures that were also there, and they
Yeah.
kill one dude. So it's like
Well,
they
I
know
thought was
there's
going to
like
be more
creatures
important.
on the boat.
Talk about
Um,
abrupt ending.
yeah, so I would have figured there would have been more danger once they end up in the water, but they were like, oh yeah, we're all chill now that we're in the water. Even though their initial mission was just like, oh, let's get to the shallow end where they can't follow us. But then just jumped off the boat anyway, and we're fine. I guess again they wanted the boat alive so they could get out of there at the end of the day. But
Mhm.
like if temporarily you just need to get out of the boat to stay alive, then I don't know, that sort of sapped all the tension for that.
Yeah.
Because we know like we know they're going to get stuck on the island, so we're like the boat's screwed
Mhm.
anyway. Um, so whatever, I don't know, that just wasn't quite as thrilling as would have hoped.
Yeah.
And then I thought all those scenes sort of in the middle, I thought those did well, like the T
Yeah.
Rex, where she's trying to get the raft, inflates it, it
Mhm.
pops up, and then when it falls down, the T Rex is gone. Like he woke up from his nap, and
Mhm.
then now he's gonna start chasing them. I
Yeah.
thought that was really well done. Like some of the
I thought that
shots
was
there,
cool. I wish the boat had stayed up a little bit longer because I'm like, he couldn't have gotten away that fast. Come on. I think it's a
yeah,
cool idea.
silently.
Maybe just have it like sit there for a little bit, and then she like it's like hovering, like it's balancing a little bit, and then she like knocks it down lightly after a second to like get it to sit down so she can use it, and then it's gone.
Hmm.
Just give it a bit more of a chance to actually get out of the way. But obviously, like great idea to put the T Rex there sleeping, super cute, and like she has to like sneak past it. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah,
And then that whole boat sequence afterward is great, where they're running from the T Rex. I think the shot of the little girl under the boat and the T Rex
the
is
teeth.
chomping down, and the teeth come down through the rubber. I
That
think
was
that was
goaded
yeah, that had to be practical. It looked fantastic.
for sure. Yeah, that was great. And then the scene where the one guy is uh, taking a tinkle and then he's about to get taken out by velociraptors, but then this flying creature comes in. I thought
Mhm.
that was pretty cool as well because
Yeah.
you're seeing like, oh yeah, the nature taking its course.
The
Like,
Velociraptor showed up, and I was like, "This motherfucker's toast."
yeah, I thought they did smart with that character because you would assume from the very get go. I thought he was going to be gone immediately from the
Yeah,
boat.
yeah,
Like they show him, and then you're like, okay, we do not like this guy.
yeah,
He's going to be taken out immediately. But
yeah.
then once he took out the radio and whatnot, so it's like,
Mhm.
okay, we see he's worth something. He
Like,
can
he
do some
comes
stuff.
around a lot by
And
the end
then
of it.
yeah, he like
He's
immediately
great.
jumps after his girlfriend. So and he's like the comic relief and everything.
He like wins us
So
over in the same rate that he wins the dad
the
over, which I
dad.
think is
So I
funny.
thought
Yeah,
that was like the most effective character stuff because I was like, I like him. Like I don't
yeah.
want him to die. So when the T-Rex stuff was happening, I'm like, no, like he's gonna get killed or something.
Hmm.
So that was the like one dynamic I was invested in was
Hmm.
the dad
Yeah,
coming around to his daughter's boyfriend.
I thought that was
Um,
great. Yeah,
even their like conversation around the campfire where he's like, oh hey, like I respect that you like went after her. And like, yeah, you are good for her. And he's like, no, I'm not. So even he
Mhm.
was like feeling like I don't know, like
Like
he
he
didn't
knows
deserve
he's
the
lazy. He
situation and
knows he
he
sucks.
exactly, yeah. But in this high pressure situation, he came through plenty of
Yeah,
times. So
locked
I
in.
like
Yeah.
that. What'd you think of the extraction crew trying to get the blood
Um,
from
I
the
think the
animals?
first 30 minutes sucks a lot of life out of the movie. The whole building of the crew. It's so much plot to get through that I don't think you need to explain so much. I don't think I need to know that Scarlett Johansson's mother died. I don't think I need to know that they're doing it for heart research because it doesn't ultimately matter. I
Yeah,
think they were just like, if they had just been, I don't know why he would explain that to an extraction crew. I think if he was just saying, I have a lot of money, I just need you to get the blood of this dinosaur.
yeah.
And you
Because
know it's for
they
a pharmaceutical company, that's all that matters.
they do
And then
it for the money anyway. Like
yeah,
he says, we can cure like all this stuff. We can save all these people. She's like, okay. And he's like, $10 million, and she's like,
10
yes.
with 6 zeros, including the 0 in the 10? No. I just,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't think I care about the pharmaceutical stuff. I don't think I care at the end of the movie that they decide to give it to the people instead of just taking the money.
Well, yeah, they were trying to do some like, well, who's paying you the money anyway? Like that's not an option. I guess they could have, but then they'll be like, "Where's our
They could
freaking
sell it, yeah.
CEO? Like, where'd that guy go?"
You got eaten by a dinosaur.
Be like, "Yeah, don't
He's
worry
dead.
about that."
Yeah,
Um,
first off, I don't like that he is the CEO because why would he be on the mission? He wouldn't be on the mission. He would not go. Are you kidding?
yeah,
He would not do that. I wish he was just like a what is it, a trigger puller for the company, just like an agent representing the company's interests
hmm
would have made a lot more sense. And I wish that they hadn't said anything about why there, because there's just so much plot explaining like why you have to go to the big dinosaurs, why the big dinosaurs need because they have bigger hearts, so they live longer, and why that is what they need to study. Like, there's just so much effort. They were like, "Look, we're trying to get medicine. It comes from these dinosaurs, and these dinosaurs only. They're the biggest dinosaurs. We need their blood. That's it. That's all I need to say. I said it in 20 seconds. That's all you need to say,
yeah,
and then you can get the ball rolling on the plot.
yeah. Well, I thought the way they did it, the way they had John and Bailey like going around the museum to point at like the big, huge dinosaurs.
I thought it was
I thought
smart.
that was good. Like that's a good way to explain it.
Yeah, it
But
visually
the
explains
overall
what they're
stuff was
looking
just
for.
long winded. It was
Yeah.
like we could just get through that quicker. And then when they're on the boat, she's just yapping with Mahershala Ali about this
There's
stuff,
no like
and it doesn't
chemistry
come back
with the
around.
crew. I wish there was more of a chemistry of like we learn who the team members are one by one, like the beginning of Aliens, where you're meeting all the crew members at once as they all wake up from their like chronic sleep or whatever, and they just have chemistry together, and then they all
Mhm.
immediately die. But like there's stakes there now because we like them as people because they like get along and they have
Yeah,
fun, And I don't know anything about two of the characters that are on here. Like I don't even know their names, and one of them dies immediately, and the other one dies like 30 minutes later.
yeah.
So they were
Do you
just like
know?
fodder for the script.
Do you know the names of ScarJo, Mahershala Ali, or Jonathan Bailey's characters?
Mahershala Ali is Duncan Kincaid because I thought that was a cool name.
Nice. Yeah, I don't remember any of them, but from Aliens, Vasquez.
Zora, right?
Like I remember.
Scarlett Johansson's
Like
character Zora, something like
I
that.
think so. Yeah. What are these names? Oh, they're all references too. Again, there's like Jaws in here. The D Rex is obviously like a xenomorph.
Hmm.
There's obviously Jurassic Park itself references, and then the names are all just references. Like the Henry Loomis, that actually is the name of Jonathan Bailey. I only know that because it's just the name of the guy like in Scream. So
No,
um,
Henry Loomis is in
it's Doctor
Elite.
Loomis.
Dr. Loomis is in Halloween.
Oh, you're right, you're right, you're right. Um, so yeah, it's like they're just throwing all these
Which I
random
don't I
references
don't
out there,
mind. I just if you're gonna do that, make a good movie out of it, you know?
right? I mean, it's that thing
It had
which
potential, is what sucks. There's just no chemistry between the characters, other than like the little family.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I like again, Mahershala Ali is really cool.
Dude, he's
His
so cool.
presence is always welcome.
Yeah.
I really like ScarJo, but I don't know. It's kind of like hit or miss through a lot of the. Um, I don't know, just like when she's like when they're on the island when they first get there, and then she's explaining we need to go here to get the helipad and everything like that. I'm like, I don't know. It just doesn't have the sauce that she normally does.
Yeah. Thoughts about
Um,
Jonathan Bailey though?
I thought he was good.
I thought
I
he was good.
liked the portions where they tried to harken back to because the original Jurassic Park, outside the dinosaurs, there's a lot of interesting ideas that they're exploring through all those characters there.
Mhm.
And obviously, we get those iconic lines of dialogue and whatnot. Obviously, nothing in here compares to that, but I do like when Loomis goes on his little explanation of like, look, like humans are but a blip on this earth. And dinosaurs have been around forever, so it's like for you to think like we'll just easily get out of here because humans are intelligent, like that really doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things with like evolution and how long you need to be able to survive. So I thought that was pretty intelligent. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that part. I wish there was more stuff like that that was actually stimulating to parts of my brain that weren't, ooh, big dinosaur, very cool. Because that part of the brain, they were able to get to very often
Oh yeah.
and worked well. But other than that, again, like the emotional stuff, hard nothing really, and then the like intellectual stimulation, hardly anything. But they did have some little moments in there, and I did like the exchange between Jonathan Bailey and Mahershala Ali when they're like walking through the swamp, their little chat. I thought we needed more of that, like more of their talking on the go, rather than it being so front
Yeah.
loaded with them just yapping on the boat. I'm like, we
Yeah.
could skip over that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love Mahershala Ali talking about being in the jungle and he hates the jungle and he's like, I'm not going to die in the jungle. That's a good
Hmm.
foreshadowing to the
Yeah.
end of the movie, I think. Because the whole time, that end of the movie, I was like, he's not going to die in the jungle. He said he's not going to die in the jungle. He's not going to die in the jungle. Come on.
Hmm. Yeah. What'd you think old Dolores?
The
The
little
baby
baby
Yoda
dinosaur.
dinosaur.
I think it's cute. I think it's fun.
I think it's cute too.
Yeah.
I think it's very
It's a little
nice.
cute thing. I think I don't know how much of it was practical, but I feel like when the dinosaur's in the bag and the bag's just moving around, they have to just put something in there that moves, right? Like it has to be easier to do practical. I think it is like a cute little like prop piece to like put something moving in the bag to make it look like there's a dinosaur in it, and then adding little sound effects afterward of the
Hmm.
dinosaur making noise. I thought it was cute.
Yeah, I thought it was well done. So you said the final act, you were on the edge of your seat.
I was more
You
excited
were
for this
locked in
part.
for
Yeah.
that. Okay.
They all reconvene together and they're trying to get off the island somehow. There is a helicopter coming and they need to get on the helicopter, and then all of a sudden dinosaurs show up and they have to split up again.
Yeah.
I think it's thrilling, like a thrilling final 20 minutes of everybody's split up. There's dinosaurs attacking them. They all have different problems going on. The CEO guy and Scarlett Johansson are stuck outside under a car. The family's stuck in like a convenience store type thing that for some reason the island has, but I guess it makes sense. I mean, it's a gas station, so why wouldn't there be a convenience store next to the gas station, I guess? And Mahershala Ali and Jonathan Bailey are underground, and they're learning more about like the island and like what it was used for, and seeing that there's a boat, so there's a second way to get off the island as well. So I think the stakes are just raised so much. All the characters are in one spot. Everything is happening all at once. This is like what we've been building towards. I think it's awesome. And
Mm.
then you see the what is it called? The alien Tyrannosaurus Rex,
The D
the
Rex
D Rex.
to
You
stand. I
see
don't know what it stands for, but that's
you
what it
see
calls.
the shadow of the D Rex while Jonathan Bailey's under there, and he runs like a motherfucker, obviously, because that thing is terrifying. And I think the best shot in the movie is when he's like trying to wave down the helicopter, and he's like in front of the helipad, and the helicopter sees him and it's coming down, and then everything gets really really foggy, and all you see is the light from the helicopter coming forward. It's coming forward. It's coming forward. And then you see that the helicopter is actually in the jaws of the D-Rex as it leans forward and it's like chomping down. Oh, it that is the money shot, dude. It looks incredible.
For sure. Like that. that's some Godzilla 2014 type stuff.
Dude, yes,
Like
it is.
that's Gareth
100%.
Edwards coming through on what we know he can do.
Absolutely. That shit was phenomenal. Had
So
me on the edge of my seat. Because I was like, it's gonna come. The helicopter's gonna come through, and then the D-Rex is gonna chomp it. Is what I thought. Like it was gonna like do like a jump scare chomp, but like the slow pushing of it already in its mouth blew my mind. It was such a great idea, such a great choice,
hmm so, yeah,
and it just looks phenomenal with all the fog. Oh, it looks so good. Because so much of the movie I felt was like lacking in contrast. I felt like it was very much like felt like it was shot in natural light, kind of like dull looking a little bit at times.
mm,
And then in this last sequence, they have so many like floodlights going on that they can like build in contrast, which I think looks great. And that shot specifically, like that whole build up to it with Jonathan Bailey on the catwalk thing there, all of that looked fantastic.
gotcha. Yeah, for some reason that whole third act wasn't quite. I felt myself more disengaged there
Really?
than earlier set pieces in the film. Yeah, and then I don't know, just the ending stuff of the D-Rex follows the light, I guess. So then he's
Hmm.
just running away with the flare.
I wish there was
Uh,
more to that. But
jungle.
how did they? I mean, I guess the T Rex also kind of follows the light in the original Jurassic Park. I think is what they're trying to reference, but like
hmm
it's genetically modified. How do you know that it's going to do what the T Rex does? It's just a
Yeah,
lucky guess.
but even then, it's like why? I mean, I guess he's going through the jungle and like going around trees and all this, but it's like, come on, the D-Rex. We just saw him tear up shop, eat that whole helicopter and everything. Tell me
Hmm.
he's not gonna be able to quickly just dispatch of this dude who was like 3 feet away from him on the dock, like before Mahershala even left to go into the jungle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it's a little silly there,
They have
but
a lot of plot armor there at the end with the
yeah.
D-Rex right in their face. Absolutely. Tons of plot armor.
And then the earlier sequence in the film that I thought did not work at all, which is also
Yep.
trying to harken back to Jurassic Park. Um, like one of the best scenes in that is the whole awe and wonder where they're seeing, the Brontosaurus stuff. Um, I don't know, I forget what they're called, but the huge, huge creatures, and they have the long, thin little tails
Yeah,
that
it's like
rise up out of
Gigantosaurus or something.
the grass. The what
Stupid
now?
name. It's like a Gigantosaurus or something. Something stupid.
Gigantosaurus, yeah. Um, and so I thought this was where the CGI was lacking considerably.
Really?
Yes, because it just did not look real at all. And I was like, these people are looking at nothing. I was like, here's where they should have gone and really harken back to Jurassic Park and do some practical, like make it a practical thing,
I mean, they did the
as
exact
much as
same
they can.
thing in the original Jurassic Park. Those were completely CG. It's like almost word for word the same plot beats of like
Yeah,
walking in, not seeing it, and like the majesty of this giant creature.
but the
What I
difference
like about it,
between that is what 32 years ago or whatever, and it's like revolutionary CGI at that time. Obviously
mhm,
now,
it
not
looks
too
like
too
dog
great,
shit now,
but
man.
but here where it's like 225 and getting Gareth Edwards, and I'm like, yeah, it's gonna look great all throughout. And then this one, I was like, they're just very clearly fake.
I
And
think it was all
then
right. It's just the
they're
lighting is flat on
they're
it
playing the
because they're
music as well. Well, that was the issue. Yeah, I think the compositing it just did not work at all.
yeah.
Like the lighting that was on the creatures and then the lighting that was around them in the environments and on the characters
Mhm,
did not match whatsoever.
sure.
But then they were playing the iconic music and everything, and Jonathan Bailey is like all cheery and everything. But I was like, I feel none of this. Like this does not come across well. And
Yeah.
there's like, the two Gigantosauruses are hugging in their way, basically.
Oh, they
It's supposed to
necking,
be like,
bro.
oh,
They better make love.
exactly.
Dude, and then
Um,
it the two things that got me about that scene was Mahershala Ali and the CEO guy, Rupert Friend. They're talking, and Rupert Friend is like, "You don't see that every day," and it's like, "Motherfucker, you were just in Manhattan. You saw one of these things, like a Brontosaurus, which isn't that much smaller. Like you
yeah,
saw this like a week ago. What the fuck are you talking about? This is like it's been 30 years that these dinosaurs have been in this world. Yes, you do see this. You see this every fucking day. You see it all the time. You see it whenever you want."
yeah. What
And
did you
Marshall is
think
like, "You don't
of?
see this ever," and it's like, "Yes, you do, motherfucker. What are you talking about? They exist in the world now."
Yeah, they've been around. They've been
We had
here.
whole Jurassic World movies with Chris Pratt where they are just in Italy with dinosaurs. What are you talking about? They're everywhere. This is the
True.
dumbest argument. And the other thing that I didn't like was when they pan up and you see how many of the Gigantosauruses or whatever they're called out there, and there's like 150 of them. And I'm like, ain't no fucking way that the environment has the resources to handle this many
Handle all these
big
mofos. Yeah,
motherfuckers.
they got to be
There's no
eaten like
fucking way.
crazy.
They're larger animals exist in smaller numbers. That is just like an environmental fact. Elephants whales. They exist in smaller numbers because it requires a lot of resources to sustain an animal of that size. There's no way this island has enough resources to sustain 150 of these motherfuckers. It just took me way out of it. I was like, there's no fucking way.
Gotcha. What did you think of the title cards they had in the very beginning where they're like, people don't care about dinosaurs anymore?
I think it's bullshit.
The
I think people
museum
will always care
closes
about
down.
dinosaurs. There's no way people get over the fad of dinosaurs in 20 years. People still go to the zoo to see tigers. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, that museum would not have shut down. Like, people would arguably be even more interested in like learning about, oh, great, like dinosaurs around. Let me go see like the real history of what's going on
I think
here.
they're like making reference to like the fad of Jurassic World movies of like a downturn and like not a lot of a downturn, but like diminishing returns in their movies, like the change in trend in entertainment to like superheroes and stuff, and saying that like this kind of entertainment isn't like they're trying to be meta about it. But like in the real world, those dinosaurs are always going to be interesting. People are always going to want to see that shit. Dude, people go to the SeaWorld to go see fucking whales all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I thought the whole museum's like closing down was a little silly. But I do think there's a level of you get used to things. Like humans adapt to circumstances very quickly, and so if dinosaurs have been around, it's definitely less like cool and crazy.
I think if they were like going extinct again because of the climate, and then there's almost no dinosaurs left except for the ones in the tropical band, and so you just have museum exhibits yet again about dinosaurs that are like without dinosaurs, I think I could believe those being less popular. Of like, it's just the same as like what we would see nowadays. You know, if the dinosaurs aren't physically there, of course it's less entertaining. So I can still see
because
that
there's
argument.
Natural history museums and everything where you get to see just all the different animals, like the sea creatures, the land creatures, animals, reptiles, all that stuff. You can go in and see and learn about them, and like those are still popular, very interesting. So I don't see why the dinosaur equivalent would go away, especially in a world where now dinosaurs like exist, and then people can, especially if they've all been sent away to this, just like the equator, basically. Normally you're not seeing every day in New York, other than I guess that was like one surviving creature. How did it get out? I have no idea, but
big ass thing
that happens at the zoo. I mean, sometimes you see lions get out and they're just walking around the street, but
a brontosaurus.
But yeah, how do you let that one go? Like, I feel like it would be hard to. I also can't move very quickly, so whatever. You just want to go for a stroll in the city. Wanted to have fun,
I suppose.
But yeah, so that scene in the middle definitely did not work for me. But I've heard some criticisms, and I don't care too much about it. Of like, oh, people don't like dinosaurs anymore. Then why do we care? It's like, because people would care.
Although people would care, and we do care. We do care about dinosaurs. I'm very excited to watch the dinosaurs do stuff in these movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, any other thoughts on Jurassic World Rebirth?
Nope. Just wish it had been better. Wish the script was tighter.
Mm-hmm. Where do you think they go from here?
Had better chemistry.
Do you think they're gonna do another Jurassic World with these specific characters? Bring ScarJo, Mahershala, Jonathan Bailey back? It's
possible, but I doubt it. I think this is more of a one-off. I think they should build. This just doesn't feel like something that there could be a sequel to. Like they have to go back to the island. Like, how many times can they just go back to the island?
Yeah.
There has to be like an overall plot that they can build into sequels with. And this does not feel like something that's building into a sequel. So I think this is fine as like a one-off thing, ending the Jurassic World franchise on a higher note than the other ones were. And then I think they can go from Jurassic World to Jurassic Universe.
And bring us in to make
build
it
up
happen.
On top of it. Dude, I just can't stop thinking about dinosaurs in space. Ever since I saw Jurassic World Rebirth, I've just been thinking about how cool it would be to put dinosaurs in space.
100%. It needs to happen. Again, Velociraptors on the moon. We need to make it happen.
Yes.
So, Universal, once again, please contact us. We can make you so much money.
I would not put the Velociraptors in little spacesuits. I'm sorry, Ryan.
I would, because you know who would do that? Crazy rich billionaires. They would do that just to flex and be like, I want to see this. If I have the resources to do it, I'll make it happen.
Velociraptor in a little spacesuit. What would it do? Like, it would just rip out of it and then it would die.
Well, no, he's like stuck in. He doesn't have, his claws wouldn't be out.
It's like an exoskeleton.
Yeah. Not like an exoskeleton. I do think it'd be cool to put him in a little suit. But realistically, it'd probably be more like that, I don't know, some sort of exoskeleton thing. But No, it would be cool. It would be so cool.
You
Can
and
you
I can
imagine
hash
that?
it out when we write the script, but
Think of the Jurassic World,
I
or
think if you're
just
gonna
the
have to
Jurassic
give in
Park
on
theme
anything, I
song.
think you're giving in on that.
The Jurassic
Maybe
Park theme song with a
studio-
velociraptor hopping along the moon. It would be
I
so cool.
think
Earth in the background, and then we zoom in. He opens up his mouth to roar, and then boom, final shot. It's like the Jurassic Park logo,
but it's silent
but
because you
it's
can't hear in space. No one can hear you scream.
no one can hear you roar. Oh my God, there's a tagline, bro. Let's make this happen again. Universal,
Space, no
call
one can hear
us.
you
We
roar.
have a whole episode from like
Dude,
3 years ago.
We'll write the trilogy. We will take our two pitches and we'll Frankenstein them together in the same way you Frankenstein this movie together, and we'll make one perfect Jurassic Universe trilogy.
That's what I'm hoping. That's why I'm like, now they're gonna do another trilogy of Jurassic World, and then it'll take even longer for us to make Jurassic Universe happen, and it needs to happen.
Yeah,
This is the most
there's no way they do
important
another trilogy. I don't think.
movie.
I think this is a one-off. I don't think they're making another one with these
If
characters.
it
I
makes
think
a
they're
bunch
going
of money,
to.
though, they're just gonna go back. They're gonna do it again.
I don't think they should. I think they should.
I mean, I agree.
I just don't see
I don't know
what the
where they
sequel
go.
could be for this. Like they re-team together to go back to the island. I don't think they would do that. I think they've seen their friends die enough and they've did their job. And I don't think they would go back.
Yeah,
I think that if they're going to do a like trilogy movies, they should plan it out because even the Jurassic World trilogy wasn't planned out, and that was dog shit. So they should plan out like where these characters can go in 3 movies and what that plot would look
exactly. Which is the mistake we won't make with Jurassic Universe
like.
trilogy.
Absolutely, yeah. We know
It'll
what
be
we're doing.
planned out from the get go.
Yeah.
And it'll be beautiful, and it'll be the final send off to the Jurassic franchise.
And so they reboot the original Jurassic Park in 40 years,
Yeah.
20 years.
Which, hey, they can have it after that. But once we end it off with Jurassic Universe, that's hey,
Yeah.
ended on a high note.
Anyway,
all right.
How many dino eggs out of 5?
I'll give it 3 dino eggs out of 5.
I'm also going to give it 3 dino eggs out of 5.
It was legitimately entertaining. I think it's funny because we're giving it very, like, relatively to other people, like very high scores. But hey, all you can do
dinosaurs,
is
they get me.
Say how you feel, and yeah, dinosaurs are cool, man.
If the plot had been stronger, this could have been a 4, man.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
The like action sequences were really that solid. Yeah, just the plot, the characters, we needed to care, and it needed to make sense, and those things didn't happen, but still entertaining nonetheless.
Yeah.
So I'd say worthwhile to go see it.
That's all the time we have. If you'd like to give your thoughts on the show, you can email us at theboxofficeshowpod@gmail.com.
Our main title theme for the show is Sundown by Joseph McDade.
If you like the show, please give us 5 stars, whatever podcast app you're listening to, and be sure to tune in next week.